Hi friends, it's Pastor Caitlin again with Fireside Children's Church for South Point Christian Church. And we're in our Easter season. I hope you guys had a great Easter. I know the boys and I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. But over the next 6 weeks or so, we're going to be doing a series called We Are All in This Together. I want you to say that with me. We are all in this together. And our first week, we are going to be talking about God being with us. I'm going to teach you a word. The word is Emmanuel. Say it with me, Emmanuel. Now you might be thinking, Pastor Caitlin, this is a word we talk about at Christmas time, not at Easter. But if you remember correctly, I'll give you a minute to think. What does Emmanuel mean? Emmanuel is Hebrew for God is with us. And I want you to remember as we go through this next week that whatever happens, whether you have a happy moment or a sad moment, maybe you fall and hurt yourself, or maybe you're feeling really frustrated about something, like you're tired of doing your schoolwork or you can't tie your shoes, I want you to think, breathe in, and say Emmanuel, and breathe out. We have this practice at our household that when we get really frustrated, we like to remember God being with us, and we think about closing our eyes and putting a candle in front of us, and if we're really frustrated, we breathe in, and then we blow out that candle as hard as we can. So I want you to think, practice with me. If you're really, really frustrated, remember, God is with me, Emmanuel. And you'll put your candle out here, you'll breathe in, and then you'll blow it out. So I'll give you a minute. Our question of the week is, and hopefully maybe you're with your family or sister or brother, but our question of the week is, what are you afraid of? I'll give you some thinking time. I know I'm afraid of tornadoes. And living in Nebraska, sometimes they happen. Pastor Steve is afraid of snakes, and we saw one on our hike last week. And it was just a baby, but he still screamed. It was kind of funny. Anyway, today I'm going to read you a story out of Growing in God's Love Story Bible. And it's based on Isaiah 43, verses 1 through 7. So if you guys want to read that verse this week together as a family, that would be fantastic. Have you ever been afraid, it says? Everyone is afraid sometimes, and that's okay. The people who heard the words God gave Isaiah knew what it was like to be afraid. They were living in a very scary time. They were forced to leave their homes, and they weren't allowed to go back. Some people felt as if their whole world was ending. What was going to happen? Would they ever be able to go home? Did God love them anymore? Isaiah wanted to give God's people hope and encouragement. God had this message for them. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I know your name, and I know you are special to me. When you get into water, I will be with you. I will not let the water get too high. When you walk through fire, you won't be burned because I am with you. I am God. You are so special, and I love you. I will bring you home again and make sure that you stay safe. God knew that their lives were hard, and Isaiah's job as a prophet was to bring these words to God's people. One day, they were written down so that everyone would know God is with them no matter what. Even when bad things happen, God is there with us. We don't have to do anything alone. God is with us even during the scariest times. So, my friends, I want you to think about things that might be scary this week. And I want you to close your eyes and breathe in really deeply and say the word Emmanuel. and remember, God is with us. I have an activity for you guys to do this week. If you're getting really scared or frustrated, we like to make a lot of noise at our house. And sometimes moms and dads don't like that. So I'm going to teach you how to make a scream box. And that way you can scream into your box and get out all your frustration, but nobody will hear it except for you. So let's say a quick prayer, and then I'll share my activity with you. Creator God, we thank you that you are with us always, that you call us special, that you love us, that you long for us to be safe and taken care of. Help us to remember you are Emmanuel, God with us. In Jesus' name, amen.